Want to go through to compare two communities, one being in Hamilton and one being in Barrie. I don't know Hamilton, but I kind of gonna just compare price ranges and go from 6 all the way up. But I'll go in increments of 100,000. Show the audience what 600,000 to 700,000 buys you in Hamilton and what buys you in Barrie. But keep in mind too, there's a big population difference. Hamilton's 580,000, Barrie's 152,000. So we're going to see a little bit more inventory in those markets as well. So keep that in mind. You're going to see some older areas probably in Hamilton you are in Barrie. But let's take a look at that range in Hamilton. Leave Hamilton, and then maybe we'll jump over to Barrie, and then we'll flip-flop back and forth. Just keep it flowing in a good way. We'll also look at solds too in that range, and we'll hit a few listings too to show days on market and to see if we see any trends. And, there's lots of different pricing strategies going on out there today. Some people are holding off on offers. Some people are listing at market value. Some folks are going 24 to 48 hours irrevocable on anything. So there's a few things going on. So in that range for Hamilton, there's 96 listings. One caught my eye, and I just want to bring it up because I looked at it before doing the video. I'm just going to go to it. It was I think it was here. Yeah, townhouse. So I don't know this place, anything about it, but I can speak to, the pricing of it based on some history that I followed up on here. So 3-bedroom townhouse, 3 bathrooms, 2-piece in the lower level, 2-piece on the main, and then another 4-piece, a 4-piece on the main and another 4-piece in the main, probably an ensuite. It's vacant. Doesn't give me any average size and stuff like that. So let's just see what they're saying. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted to kind of show without even prepping for it. Offers accepted Monday, April 8th, 2024 at 4 p.m. The seller has the right to review preempted offers. So I always hit the magic button. The magic button for me is address history. Anytime I'm looking for information on a property, days on market, what kind of pricing strategy they have, is it overpriced, underpriced, kind of give me some history on it. So when I hit this, it's telling me that it was listed back in, it doesn't seem long, but they're all over the map in pricing. Let me just pull it back up, this one. 849, listed in March 11th, nothing. So we got 7 days. This is probably a lower price range for Hamilton as it is a lower price range for Barrie, and there should be lots of demand for that. So then at 849, we go 799. We got 15 days in the market. Nothing on offers. Please send all offers to the agent. We'll look at the pictures in the beginning. So 50 grand down. Then we go 100 grand down. So now we're $150,000 off the original price in 60. So 20 some days in the market. And now we're holding off on offers. Let's see how it looks. It's not, obviously it didn't work at the 799 range. So the problem with this strategy is that agents can pull up any history like I'm doing right now and showing the audience what's going on. So if I'm advising a client on this who wants to put an offer on this property, first thing I'm going is the address history to see what's going on with the pricing strategy. Well, here's how the conversation would go with my client. It would be short and sweet. The seller is not going to accept $699. Let's get that off the table right now. They started at $849. They got nothing. Went to $799. They got nothing. So they're probably looking for high sevens. And if that's not in your range, let's not even go there, because there's just no sense. Or, maybe this property is undervalued. Maybe they'll take less. I don't think so based on the strategy that I'm seeing right now. But let's just take a little look through the unit. Like, it's a nice looking townhome. I don't love the carpet, and I don't know anything about Hamilton, but nice presentation. It's a decent house. I tell you, this in Barrie, you'd definitely be over $699 for sure. You'd probably be $720. I don't know if this is a stackable town or there's one right behind it, but we're going to see. But again, I'm not going to go into details about the pictures. No, they got a bit of a fence back there. I don't know if there's a walkout. I don't think so. So minimal backyard. Well, yeah. Small backyard, but that's just normal for those type of properties. So that's one of the highest. I picked one of the highest ranges in there. So let's go back and kind of see what's going to go on with some other properties that I can take a look at. Yeah, let's just jump back here. I'm just going to, again, I don't know Hamilton, but I'm going to just pull this one up. So 39 days in the market. It is a 3+1 bedroom, 4-piece in the main, 4-piece on the second level, and a 3-piece in the basement. 659 went down to 625. Let's see some history. Sold for 305 and 16. So not much going on there. I'm not going to go through the pictures, okay? But 39 days. If I'm talking about Barrie a bit, this wouldn't last 39 days. This would be scooped up. But again, keep in mind, this is an older home and an older. We have them in Barrie too, and this type of property tends to sit. You know, people will more look at that townhouse style, older area. You know, I think it's okay inside. It wouldn't be, you know, may work for a small family, but definitely tell by location. This could turn off some people from this property, this home, because of location by looking at the age of the homes, age of the neighborhoods. Let's take a look. Oops, let's just go back here. It seems here's this looks like 630 to detached. Tenanted property. Well, let's just see if it's again older home, but looking at this, it's, you know, I would assume if I was bringing a client to this property, that I would be assumed to looking like the pictures, but it's kind of telling me that, you know what, it doesn't look like that, because 9 times out of 10, tenanted properties looks like this is a triplex by looking at this. It won't show like that. It's, you know, some tenants are great, some tenants aren't. We all live differently. So, you know, it could be a shithole inside, and that's why they decided not to post the pictures. But let's just see no measurements, which I think is a big mistake. Okay, you're going to want to, people, if they're looking at this, they're going to want to see the measurements. Even if it's an investment property, they want to see the rooms. 2-family home, ideal for owner occupied with a rental unit to help the mortgage and perfect for in-law units. Current tenants are month-to-month. Main floor pays $1,116. Okay, so right away there, below market value rent by hundreds of dollars. Inclusive of heat and hydro on the second floor pays $16. So you can see $500-$600 difference. And again, I don't know anything about the rental market down there, but if I know about the Ontario market, it's pretty strong right now. So rents are below market. It's a hard sell. I bet if I put the history, I know what I'm going to see. Terminated. So exactly. So this is going, they've been trying to sell this. Well, they started in 2022. After 8 days, they took it off the market. Relisted it for $670,000 in May 1st, 2023, and then killed the listing in the 21st of September. 143 days in the market. No one wants these. Here's why. Hard to get tenants out. The landlord-tenant board has killed rentals in this province, because any landlord knows that they're backlogged, not by 5,000 or 10,000. They're backlogged over 53,000 cases currently. So it takes months and months to get an eviction, okay, if something goes wrong. And some tenants take advantage of this situation. I'm getting calls 2 or 3 times a month from my YouTube channel on questions about things with bad tenants and how long it takes, and you know, can you help me out? And I'm all into helping anybody out, but I can see from my marketplace in Barrie, these, you know, 5 years ago, these were flying off the shelves. Now nobody wants them due to the hassles, and this one below market rent. So that's the big thing. It's below market rent, and that's, no one's going to take that on. The cost of borrowing today, negative cash flow hugely. Let's move on from this. But this in Barrie, it would be a little bit more than 630, but with the rents being so low like that, like really low, I don't know. I think they'd get it, just because I can't find a duplex in Barrie with that type of price point. Older home, but still can't find it. Again, 74 days on market. You kind of see the areas, you know what I mean, easily identifiable by the age of the house, 74 days on market. In Barrie, I'm not going to see that too much. 4 days in the market, 53 days in the market, low price points. Let's go to some higher ranges because I kind of want to relate it to Barrie as much as I can because I know what I'm going to be showing you in Barrie. This is what, a lot of townhomes in this price range, small detached homes, 25 days in the market, $699. Let's just see the address history on it. So, okay. So here's a common thing. This is a good one to show. It sold in 2022 for $720. Okay. Hot part of the market. I mean, that was in May. The market just started to come down a little bit, but then it started to go down even more. Offers any time, but still, it was still pretty tight. Yeah. They're struggling at $699 now, it seems, but let's just see what it looks like inside. It shows okay. It's small though. Look how small that is. This rules out mom and dad in one child. This size works for maybe 2 people. This is a tough sell. And the kitchen's way too big. I like it, but way too big for the style of home and for the living space of the home. They should have taken that more into the living space because it's very, very small. Home shows well. I just think they're going to struggle based on that. 700 to 1,100 square feet. That's why it's very, 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 very small. Okay, let's jump over to Barrie a little bit. We've kind of seen some different pricing. We kind of covered an investment property, why it's not selling. Covered off 2 townhomes. 2 seem to be priced similarly in the way. Seen one hanging on to higher price points and then nothing, and then reducing it by 100K to see if we can get some bites. Not a good strategy if you're asking the moon for it, and I will uncover that more when I looked in some solds. But let's go over to Barrie, and I'll show you the available inventory in Barrie. But I'm going to pick my favorite areas, and they're mainly southeast and southwest Barrie, the north end of the community. A lot of rentals up by the college, and a lot of people go up there if they're investors, but family members who have family don't want to go there, and I wouldn't recommend it. So we got 55 listings. As I mentioned, the community's a lot smaller than Hamilton. But let's just kind of see, out of 55 listings between 600,000 and 700,000, they're going to be spread out a little bit in the community. Kind of want to go, it's the most active range in our community. It's actually an undersupplied price range. Last month we had 47 solds in the property, and we got 55 listings now. Let me just double check that because I already forgot. 55. Let's see how many conditionally are sold already. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. So really 45 potential listings. We sold 47 last month. Undersupplied market, lots of demand. And we know why the demand is there. The demand is because most people can't qualify for sometimes much more than that, where, as we know, the rates have gone up. So I just want to go to, I'll go a couple areas. Let's go here's one. Again, I talked about the north end. Again, this is Dunsmore. This is the north end, close to the school, close to the college, close to RVH, a lot of student rentals, a lot of higher density in a way of neighborhoods, meaning more homes, tons of townhomes in there. And you're going to see the valuations change. So here's Dunsmore, and it just goes forever, keeps going. You can kind of see townhomes. And then over here, you got, I think this is either Larkin or Quinlan in that area, and you kind of see, the areas that I'm going through are lots of townhomes, lots of investors go up there, knock out a couple of walls in the lower level, put a couple of bedrooms, and they got a 5-bedroom townhouse and charging $700 a month. They're cash flowing great, but to me, that's a headache. So the valuations are going to be a lot lower in the north end because of that. South end, you're going to see the valuations a lot higher. But you know, it's all due to people's affordability. And my thoughts are, if someone's struggling to get into the marketplace, capped at a certain price point, go there. It's going to appreciate. It's just, you're going to have some issues probably, or a couple of your neighbors, 9 times out of 10, are going to be student rentals along this way. So 20 days in the market, conditionally sold. We don't know the condition. Well, I know the conditions. Financing and inspection. Let's just check address history. I don't see a lot being terminated at this range, sold in 15, because it's such an active range. It's gone in days. Let's go over here and see. So we got one in the north end. A little bit higher ranges right now. This is a new area off of Mapleview, 679, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a 4-piece in the second, a 2-piece on the main level. It's small. I don't like the layouts. I really don't like this community that much. It's new, yes, but there's ton. It's very, very much high density townhomes, like streets and streets and streets. And when they first kind of came onto the market, maybe 2 years ago, I couldn't believe the amount of them that were purchased by investors and they're renting them out. So it's not the area that I would want to bring if I had a young family. I wouldn't want to go to that area because there's just, again, too many rentals. A lot of people coming and going, a lot of turnover, tons of parking issues on the streets. And, let's face it, some of the tenants today are not keeping great care of the property. They don't cut the grass, recycling all over the place. It's just a disaster in some locations. And I think this one is, I think it is a disaster. So they got an offer on it. That's good. So you can just kind of see different areas will get different price points as we'd see in Hamilton. I don't think this is getting $679. So we'll show one more. We'll go 3, just because I could spend all day going through it, and I think people just wouldn't hang around. Let's just go. This one's been around a while. Beatrice. They start off at 719. I love the street in a shore area. Got some great school zones in that area as well. Quick access to 400, we'll say, but really in an area with a good mix of properties. Got a lot of detached, higher price homes. Great area. But they start off at 719, which, not seeing a lot of townhomes selling over 7 unless there's something special. So they tried it. Everyone thinks this market's on fire. And I'm going to tell you, it's not on fire. We're seeing some decent sales come out of it. When I see something on fire, then I'm saying, wow, they got what for that price? That's insane. I'm not seeing that. I didn't see it last year, and I really don't think I'm going to see it this year. I do anticipate sales being greater than last year, but we're not going to see a ton of appreciation this year. We're not. So you can tell the sellers struggled for that price point. Went 6 on it. Again, love the area. Nothing bad to say about it. Definitely promote it with the people that I, are in that price range with. Functioning layout, eating kitchen, home's in great shape. It's better priced now. They should get some activity on that for sure, being much better priced. So this is great. So downtown core is that way, but you can kind of see the shopping over here. Schools, there's a few schools over that way, and plus crossover Mapleview more over here, new high school as well. So great family area. No rec centers, but a great family neighborhood. And you kind of see, there's some detached in a lot of towns too, but throughout this area, it's mainly a detached community. Let's do one more, because there's one area I do want to talk about. Oh, let's go back. Blue Forest. I like the area. It's built by Urban Homes. There's a PODL, which is basically a hard title to land. Basically, there's a street that the owners pay on the street. a fee to maintain it. City services aren't there. It's not every street on that area, but a few parts of Blue Forest is. I know Red Maple is as well, where they're paying for street lights usage, snowplow, and I think garbage as well. It's about $129, but that adds into people's budget. Let's just see what the pottle is on here. It doesn't say it, but some parts of Blue Forest have it, some parts don't. So this one says it, nothing with it, but the townhomes are huge. Like, I love the floor plans of it. I'm going to keep saying this, but I don't know why agents are taking pictures with their iPhones. Spend a couple $100 and do the right thing for your seller, because really you're doing nothing for your seller at all. There's the iPhone right there, and his arm's sticking out probably. I can't make heads or tails of the flow of it, and I keep saying this and seeing more and more and more and more of it. I don't get it. I hope the seller watches this to make the agent do its job. It just pisses me off. It's unbelievable. I'm going to skip it because it doesn't know justice, because I love the floor plan on this, and with the right angles and the right photos, I'm telling you, it's a great floor plan. Great location, close to the GO train. Love the size of these units. I'm kind of disappointed that the pictures, let's just see the history. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few days on it. No, there was a rental for them. But I don't think it's badly priced because the area is good. Okay, so since we're in Barrie, let's just go over some. You know what? Let's go back to Hamilton. We'll do another range, because I don't want to make the video too long. But let's just go back to Hamilton and kind of show you what's selling in that range. And we'll just go back to March. I don't want to go through, a lot of them. Sold date. Let's go 600,000 back to 7. And after this, maybe we'll go to the higher ranges and kind of, we'll skip out the medium. And again, if there's something more information that you want between the markets, just let me know. Happy to do some videos. So 68 properties turn in. So not uncommon to see, right? We're seeing this in my community too in Barrie. Listed at $499, we're going to hold off on offers. Don't think that the market value was $499 on that. The market value was $6. Here's another $499, $620, $499, $697. We're seeing a lot of that going up here as well. I'm not seeing a lot of property selling over market value. So this is mainly designed to drive traffic to it. And if I just pick one, I'm sure they're going to be holding off on offers on a certain date. There, March 28th. So normal. Let's kind of see what, I wouldn't mind. So let's just kind of see, again, this is a little detached, 624, 605, 25 days of market. Kind of want to go more of what the Barrie market would be, more townhomes in that area. Again, you can kind of see from here that the areas are a lot older in this part of the community in Hamilton at these price ranges. If I go up to higher sixes, so here's one on Fairway, semi-detached, 1,100, 1,500 square feet, 674, sold for 680. 14 days on market. Offers reviewed March 1st. See what it looks like. No garage. It's a hard sell. Looking at the style home and the railing and the flooring, it's an older area. Home looks good. Just needs some updating. I'm not going to go through a ton of pictures with it because I just don't know the area that well. But there's some demand, and we're seeing. So what I'm getting from this is I'm seeing the low price properties in that community are selling like they are in our community with similar pricing strategies as well. Just see here. 674 to 655, 674 to 675. Low days on market, 11 days, 670. This area kind of reminds me of a burned circle, but looking at this home right now, I love the first picture that I see. They've spent some money on this. Nice flooring, nice pot lights, nice color tones, good staging. So a lot better pictures than the one we showed at Blue Forest, right? This is why we pay photographers to do the right thing, to get us the best pictures, to show the property. I can make heads or tails of this layout now. I want to stay and look more. That one I couldn't wait to get off. It was confusing. So if I'm seeing it, you can imagine what the general public is saying. You got their attention for 3 seconds, it's gone. But nice presentation here. Home showed very, very well. Yeah, it's a bit older, but great presentation on it. 11 days on market. That's good. Now, that type of home in Barrie, and I'm going to probably relate that to Letitia Heights, and we'll find one in that area. And I do know there's one I sold for $638, pretty upgraded. You know what? So again, the value is going to be a bit more in Hamilton compared to Barrie. Your dollars will go further in my community. Let's see what else we can see. I want to go to some higher ranges, closer to 7 to see, because I want to relate them to Barrie. 679, 680, 11 days on market, full list price. Areas, again, ages 31 to 50. More of a Letitia Heights area for Barrie. That property in Barrie's 625, 615 maybe, depending on how it shows. Nice presentation. Nice layout. Great kitchen. It's always good to compare different communities to show the viewers, again, I'm highlighting Barrie because I know that market well, of how further your dollars go. But you have to keep in mind, it's great if you're working from home, but if you're commuting to the city, then you have a drive ahead of you. Nice home. Good presentation. Sold well. Sold fast. Let's go over to Barrie now, because that's a higher range. That's more the range that we're seeing in Barrie in that range, because we just don't have any listings. So 56 listings sold. For Barrie, you kind of see 550, 600. These are older areas right away. I can because I know the community. Brucker, it's a townhome, 550 to 616. These homes here would be, needed some work, need some updating. But as we get further down, let's just pull up Winchester Terrace, Innisfil. It's a great area. 599. I want to pull the history because I think they might have tried. No, they didn't. Okay. It's not the one. Held off on offers for it. Again, I remember covering this one too. I'm shocked they got 676 for it. No, I wasn't. This isn't the one. Sorry. Decent layout. I like that it has an open concept. It's got some width in here. A good sized kitchen for this home. It needs a bit of updating, but it's minor. Great school zones. It's in that area that on Beatrice, Sovereign's Prince William Way. It's a good area. A lot of different side streets on it. It's a busier area because there's so many side streets and goes into different neighborhoods. But the area is great. No finished basement. They did well on that. A lot of building going on here as well on Mapleview. So you kind of see the low sixes are going, some townhouse houses, some freehold in older areas, as I did see in Hamilton as well. Here's the burnt circle one I want to show you. So I did one of those townhomes that we were just reviewed. 639 got 625. They tried last year because I know the agent very well. They tried listing it back in 2021. They bought it for 530. Let's look at this. It needed a ton of work, so they bought this at a hotter marketplace than what it is now. 533. There's no photos on it. It's too bad because they spent big money on this thing. Listed for 639 this year. They tried last year, non-successful, but it was a gut. They really did it. But you can kind of see it's older area. Not a bad area, but the home values are a little bit lower there than they are when we just showed Winchester. This one shows great. I mean, they've done it all. So this is fully finished. They've done kitchen, appliances, flooring, paint, fixturing. I think the basement is done as well. Windows, they spent money. Looking at this price, time they paid their land transfer fees, time they paid real estate fees from this, time they put their time and energy into the renovations cost, they lost money. Like it, they've done everything. It shows great. That in the south end of Barrie, yeah, you're 7. Easy with that square footage, maybe 720. That'd be a high end of it, but that's it. So we showed from that area. We went over to Winchester. I want to go 195 Hearst. I showed it. I'm only highlighting this because of the area. This is one of my favorite areas. Is that pocket over there? You got Hearst, you got Golden Meadow, you got Royal Park, Crimson Ridge Road. Properties range from. This is one of the lower ones. There's not many homes at this price point. Just on Hearst, there's a row of townhouses in a sense, or a street that wraps around here. Pull that picture bigger. That's it. You got, homes up to 1.4, up to even 1.9. Great area, great school zone. And it's not really high density. It doesn't go into other neighborhoods and other streets and it goes forever. Like the other area was like a maze. So I'm not really big on this layout. It was different. Love the kitchen on it, but it was really choppy and small. Like this takes up, this impacts the living space and the furniture placement. But it's mainly just to show you and talk about the areas. You can kind of, for people in Hamilton go, holy cow, this would sell for X amount of dollars in Hamilton. You'd probably get 680 for it. Here we're 630. And they didn't hold off on offers, I don't think, because I remember showing it. No, just 24 hours, but they had a few offers on that. Great area. So if someone's looking at, it's Bayshore, but you want to look Bayshore and you want to look on Innisfil. It is the best area. And I'm going to do some more neighborhood videos throughout this year on my channel to let the public know the areas. Will have a better understanding of our community. Let's go to the last page and kind of see. So you kind of see not much, here's on Heritage Court. It's sold for 700,000. It's a semi-detached. So you kind of see that 700,000, not a lot is selling at the 700,000 range. Again, on the category of homes we're looking at, small detached, older areas. This is South Painswick area. Great area. The area is 25 years old. Very quick access. Court location to Highway 400 and shopping. I like the layout. It needs a bit of updating in some areas, but it's, the presentation's there. Nice flooring. It shows well. Again, we haven't come across any townhomes or semis in that 700 grand range. This is the closest. We may over in, just see, Letitia. So that's there where Burn Circle was 699, 686, 3 plus 1, 28 days in the market. I won't go through pictures to save time. Robinson, Allendale area, Burton to Robinson, nice street. It is great because you're really close to the water. Nice little pocket in there. It's not busy. Burton's busy, but you're not on Burton. You're off of it. I really like the area. I've sold in there before and showed many times in there. You got, again, here's the iPhone specials that just drive me berserk. Like, I hope sellers see this and go, God, we paid him X amount of dollars to sell our house or her. And this is the professionalism that we got. It's just unbelievable. You can't make heads or tails from it. 14 days in the market, but let's just double. If he put some better photos, I think he maybe could have had a better price. I'll say that. And offer some better advice. Let's just see any history. No, sold for in 2020 for 503. Great area over that way. Let's go. I kind of want to go some other areas. That's it. So you're not seeing many detached in the 7, as I know. You see the odd one, D'Ambrosio, detached, 3-bedroom, older area, more siding. This house showed well. I remember seeing when it came online. It showed great. Newer kitchen, decent appliances, flooring's in great shape, well staged, and nice pictures. Great floor plan. 671, 13 days on market. Out-of-town agent. We're seeing a lot of out-of-town agents for the last 10 years up in our community, bringing people to the community. As people get pushed out of higher and expensive markets, they tend to go north, especially the ones that don't have to commute or can work from home. It's been like that for years. Let's go back to Hamilton one more time, and then we'll go to Barrie, and then we'll cut this video off. Let's go to 8 to 9 maybe and kind of see some listings. You know what? Let's go solds. I'd rather see some solds. I'm just going to go right across Hamilton, and I'm going to go sold date March. I want to see for the month. And I'm going to go sold price. I won't flip through a lot of pictures too much. I'll scan a few listings in there so the viewers have an idea of what is selling in the 7 to 8 range in Hamilton versus Barrie, and kind of, you can tell by neighborhoods if the area is old. You can see that pretty clearly. 87. I think we were 47 in Barrie, but again, the community. Again, some things too, right? Lower price points are continuing doing different strategies. We can see, right up to almost everyone on this page, right up to here, we're at 18. We're all priced lower and all priced got more. So that 7 to 8 range in Hamilton is pretty hot by looking at this. And you can kind of see, maybe we'll just flip through them quickly. Townhomes, 660, 750. I can't find you a townhome that will sell, and this is small, 1,100, 1,500 square feet. This townhome on Barrie, I mean, I'll tell you what we'll get for it. Great presentation, decent layout, not a bad flow to it. This in Barrie, it's $100,000 less. Again, we're seeing the same thing where there's just no backyards. They're putting so much more homes and higher density, just like it's crazy, and we're seeing it up here as well. I'm not a big fan of these staircases. It just impacts a lot some of the living space here. I don't love it, but this home compared to Barrie would be a 650. Hamilton's, it's a 750. But nice looking newer townhome, you can tell too, 0 to 5 years old, and offers sold firm, easy showing, May 27th. So very common, right? Here's an older home, no garage, 649, 710, 7 days in the market. March 7th, seller has a right to review preemptive, which is they can view offers. They're open to I shouldn't say any offer. They're open to offers. You don't have to wait till March 7th. But basically they're saying we can, but you better step up on price because we're planning on a few more. Let's just take a look. It's got my interest now. But small home, older area. Nicely done, right? There's been some money spent on this home over the years. It shows well. So two different markets are doing the same kind of things, low pricing it, driving traffic in a certain price range. And we're seeing the same thing. It's not working in higher price ranges. So I don't recommend trying that strategy. And I see it where we're asking $1.2 million in 60 days in the market, nothing. And then they take it down to $999 and hold off on offers. They just go back and look at the history as I showed the audience here, what they can do. It doesn't work. They just know right away. I'm not taking $999 when they're at 1.2. It's not going to happen. So decent property. So let's just go near get some higher price points. So here's a few townhomes that semi-detached in here. You can see 791, 780, 800. I'm not seeing 800s right now. 2022 I did. I see even more like 9, but down there it'd probably 1.1. So again, you kind of see these are new areas, correct? Because even maybe this one's not so much, but let's just see. This is 795 and 1,500 to 2,000 square feet, holding off on offers. Well, maybe not, but we'll quickly breeze through this pretty quick. I can tell a little bit of an older area. I can tell by the decor in there too. This in Barrie, 6.25. And I'll try to find some of them ones, but I won't in this range because your range is 7, 8. We won't see this in there at all. In the higher ranges in our community, in Barrie, we're seeing, say, $1 million and over. We're seeing 80% of the market sitting and 20% of it selling. And a couple of reasons. Of course, we know one of them, that's high price properties take a little bit more time to sell. And we've pushed out so many buyers in to qualify in the higher range, so less can qualify, so less activity. But I'm finding that the pricing is wrong. We're still a lot of sellers, and I know slash agents are pricing like 2022 pricing. It's crazy. It's not a 2022 market. That's coming probably in 2025 and 2026. It's not coming in 2024, folks. So what I keep telling people in my videos is that don't worry about too much about what your neighbors or inside your pocket in your community is listed at. Use it as a guide. Look at it from how do I compare, not even price points, but presentation, flow, get some ideas from staging. Do we need to do some upgrades? And then go pull up some solds and see exactly what is selling. You've got to go back a couple months, do it. Do not base a listing price off a active listing unless the price is dead on. Ask your agent. And I don't know if a lot of agents are taking the time. I know some are. In my community, there's a lot of out of town agents listing up here. And I'm going, what are you doing? The pricing is wrong. So, and I had a call on from my YouTube channel where an out of town agent came up and listed the property at 1.2. That client, that person, went out and bought a property, lower priced property. They said, we can get 1.2. Oh yeah, no problem. I'll get you that. Well, 60 days later, they got 965. They didn't know the market, or they didn't look. I can figure heads or tails out in Hamilton right now by spending 10 minutes on it. So ask your agent to show you things, and don't just get one opinion of value. Just don't go on the higher price, because a lot of agents go, oh, you know what, I can get you this. And then, oh, well, it's not selling. We need to reduce. Yeah, but you told me. Why didn't you be more upfront? My strategy would be, I'm going to tell you exactly where your price should be listed, and here's why. And if I'm competing against the 1.2 person that thinks your property's worth, and I think it's worth $999, go ahead and go with the 1.2. I'm okay with it. I know they're not getting it. So don't fall for these games, because I know they're going out there and saying, oh, well, I'll just get them signed up and they'll be okay, and I'll chisel them down. Another thing too, when I'm on that topic, look at the listing documents. A lot of people don't look at the date. Do not sign a 6-month listing. You're tying yourself up for 6 months with that brokerage and agent. And if things fall apart, that's a long time to sit there. Go 90 days, even 60 days minimum. Back to this. Sorry about the rant. Lynch Crescent, 769, 800,000. I like the presentation. Let's just see. I don't love the corner lots, but nice looking home. Let me just go back. 800. Yeah, I wouldn't see that in Barrie. Again, that could be 675. Nice looking property. Very nice looking property. Great presentation. And it's not much. They put a couple cushions, they put an area rug, they get some things here, get some plants in there. Any clutter, get rid of it. Nice kitchen. This is a nice home. Very well presented. See, when I like pictures, I want to keep going. I want to see more. Yeah, I like it. Very well put together. Not surprised at this one. Let's see, they held off on offers. Offers were reviewed Wednesday, March 27th. Yeah, nice looking home. Again, that in Barrie. I wish I knew the size. Like, it's important to put the average age in there. That's a field that should be filled out, and I kind of want to know the size. I'm glad they got some measurements in here, but this is probably 1,400 square feet, maybe a bit more, maybe. But there's a bathroom in the basement. That's it. But nice looking property. Let's flip over to Barrie and do the same thing. 7 to 8. 54 sold. Again, we're seeing, so here's a townhouse or link home. I won't go through everything. 699 held off an offer 736. I thought it was way too much. I'm going to go through the pictures because when I saw it come up, I went, again, as you heard my previous comments, we don't see too many townhomes selling at that price or semi-detached. In this one, I hate the layout. It's dated, and I couldn't believe they got 736 for this property. Someone really wanted that for a location. 710, again, we went through an active listing in that area, 699, 710. I don't love it. Small, tons of rentals, vacant, as you can see. A lot of vacancies over there. They rented it for a while, then decided to sell for whatever reason. But in that 799, I'm sorry, the 7 to 8 range, this is what you're getting is townhomes. One on Ginger's 699, 715. Small, it's under 11. Well, they say it's 1,500 square feet. There's no way this is 1,500 square feet range. It's not. It's not. I know the floor plan. A lot of furniture. I would get rid of tons of stuff in there. Declutter it. This maybe 12, if that. They're probably including the whole basement in there as well. But for detached, that's the right price for it. That's one Heritage that we sold at 7. Here's townhouse. This is a newer area, Mapleview, bigger townhouse, 699 is 729. You know, that Hamilton, you probably add an extra $100,000 to it. And bigger. But it's nice looking townhome, nice stonework outside, nice curb appeal. I don't love these bleached floors. That type of flooring is just not for me. But anyway, it's new. $775 on Draper, South Painswick area, 699, $775. I think this was. Let's take a look at it. Not that big. Got some towns over here as well, fairly new in this area. This is an older area in here. 30-ish. Decent area. Big kitchen. I like the open floor plan. Don't love the color tones. Lots of above grade windows, lots of natural light coming in the basement. 775, held off on offers. Turnberry, again, from that Fairlane property too. $700,000. That's the magic number over there for these towns. They're small, rentals, etc. I don't want to go through it. Dykstra, Holly area, 719, 790. Hold off on offer presentation. Yep. 3+1. We'll take a quick boo at it. So I hope the audience gets a chance to understand the price values from the different communities and styles and neighborhoods. There's a difference, as we can see. My favorite communities in Barrie is Innisfil, some South Painswick, some Bayshore, a couple neighborhoods in the north end, but not near the college. Those are mine. Kind of want to be by school zones, Parks is always nice. My favorite one is off of Hearst. We went through that one. Favorite pocket in the community. Logan Court, Logan kind of backs onto Highway 27, 724, 725, 10 days in the market, 2-bedroom. The right price for that property, being a 2-bedroom. Rose Street, this is just the north end, busy, 726, 724. I won't go through everything. I kind of want to see some higher ranges to give you some better idea. Ann Street's a busy street. Stay away from it. Back there's like the 401. Stay clear. Wheatfield, Mapleview, Prince William Way, newer townhome area, 700. So let's take a look, because we've seen some townhomes at high ranges in a sense from Hamilton selling. Where that one sold at 8. This one, let's just see what the size. We'll look at the pictures. I'll know the size in a heartbeat. It's tight. Small kitchens. It looks bigger on the outside. So 700, yeah, that's the right price. It's tiny. No showing off on no holding off on offers. Slyn, Fairland again. You see the price 7 that. Let's go over to. I'm going to jump over just to give only do Barrie, because I want to show that million to. We cover all ranges. Let's see. Okay, so $1 million to right up to the highest price point. I think it was like 1.9. Yeah, so 25 properties have sold in that range. I'm going to jump out because I want to toggle back and forth. I want to show you the amount of inventory in that range in our community. I apologize. I should have did it first, but I think it's worth the wait here to do this. This range has a lot of product. Why is this going? Okay, let's try this one. As I get so many windows open, I think it's just slowing some things down. You gotta be kidding me. Come on. Oh, here it's waiting. Okay. I'm gonna delete some of these. If I gotta log back in, I'll log back in because we're almost done. I'll just log back out. Okay, let's try. No, it's still toggling along here. Come on. That's the problem when I go to so many different things, it kind of does that. Great. I just want to show that higher ranges. Okay, let's see if this is going to let me in. No, unbelievable. Oh. No, it's gonna kill it. Son of a gun. I don't know what's happening. Except it will not let me in. No, nothing's coming up with it. I think we'll have to end the video there. But let me talk about the higher ranges. There's a lot of product on the market that range, and I do believe the pricing is wrong currently in that range. Continue to look. That $1 million and up, say $1.2 million, $1.3 million here in Barrie gets you a very, very nice area. Probably some with a pool in the backyard, back in ravine, dynamite area. And they do something like that, sells relatively quick because the area's there and the home's upgraded. Backyard is done up too. But some of the pricing has to be dead on for that buyer to do something with it, because in that range, there's so much choice right now that they have the choice to say yay or nay, and just really dig deep into sold listings if you're even buying in that range to see, because the pricing is so off. And if you're listing in that range, look at the actives as guidance, not on price. Don't look at a price because it's wrong. Look at presentation, go, wow. If you do look at it, pull up a listing, get your agent to pull up the history on, like I've showed several times throughout this episode, and you'll see. So if someone's already tried in that range for 150 days, which can be common, don't make the same mistake. Okay, you will find the odd one in there that it's priced right and it sells within 10 days because the pricing is dead on. Any questions, please reach out, give the video a like, subscribe for more information from my channel, and have questions with the Barrie real estate market, reach out. See you.